What is going on, guys? I'm Avni, and today I want to talk about something in Need for Speed Unbound that's been bothering me since day one. And I don't really see a lot of people talking or complaining about it, but it's been bothering me, so I wanted to talk about it. And spoiler alert, it's the drifting. So, back in 2019, when I was playing Need for Speed Heat, I thought that we were never going to get worse drift physics, or drifting for that matter, in a Need for Speed game ever. And oh boy, I was wrong. So today I want to talk about it, and for that, I am going to be doing a few comparisons of drifting in Need for Speed Payback, Heat, and Unbound. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so we'll kick things off with Need for Speed Payback. So I'm just going to get a 350Z from the dealership and just see how well we're doing with drifting in Need for Speed Payback. So this is the 350Z. Let's check the live tuning. Alright, so drift angle, I'm actually going to lower this. Weight balance, let's do rear, I don't know, handbrake. I don't use handbrake, but I mean most of the time I don't, so let's just try to do some drifting and then yeah, see what happens. Alright. So this is how drifting with a stock car in Need for Speed Payback feels like. Let me just navigate to a drift zone. And then we'll do some more. Alright, let's start. So just showing that I have the same live tunings here. So yeah, here we go. And I'm gonna start uphill just so you don't say, oh, it's easier, you're going downhill or whatever. But I'm gonna go both ways, but yeah, just gonna start here. Alright. That feels so good. Look how smooth there is, guys. I'm just like, and over here, look how I'm just able to extend the drift by just moving the analog stick left and right. Just so easily. Easy. Yeah, and I'm not saying that this is the best drifting model we've ever had or that's ever existed in a racing game, but it's fun and it worked. Like, Need for Speed has never been about realistic driving. If you want realism, go play Gran Turismo, Assetto Corsa, I don't know, you have options. Need for Speed is meant to be fun, and this is fun. It's just fun. And this is a stock car, guys. Like, don't even get me started if I upgrade this thing. Matter of fact, when I was first playing this game, I was with my neighbor. Like, we were in the same room playing on my computer. And that's the first thing he said. Like, when we bought a drift car for a drift event, he was like, dang, imagine when we upgrade this. I was like, I know, right? So I don't think there's much else to say here. Like, this is the drifting in Need for Speed Payback. So let's just continue to Need for Speed Heat and then Need for Speed Unbound. Alright, so we're in Need for Speed Heat, and I'm about to do the same thing, just get a 350Z and try drifting it out. So something you might argue is like, hey Avni, but we all know that the RX-7 is the best drift car, why don't you just use the RX-7? That's exactly why am I not using the RX-7. I just don't like using meta cars, so I just wanted to get that out of the way. Another thing you might argue is that in Payback I got a drift specific car from the drift dealership, so that's why I am just going to do the basic drift upgrades for this car just to have like a sort of a relevant comparison. So yeah, so with Need for Speed Heat it's kind of different because some people use like showcase differential and drag tires, I guess, if you have enough power, but we're doing stock, so just to keep it relevant I'm doing this. And yeah, so let's just head to the drift zone, which is right there, and see what happens. And just something, when this game launched, like before it launched, when YouTubers were playing it like a month or 2 weeks ahead of launch, and I saw someone drifting, I just thought to myself, I really hope the drifting is not like this. I really hope this guy just sucks. I can't tell who the YouTuber was. I really don't remember. Oh, I almost forgot the live tuning. Yeah, I really don't know who he was, the YouTuber, but so I'm not gonna mess with the steering sensitivity. I'm gonna keep it in the middle actually. Down 4 to low. I'm just gonna do gas to drift. So it's actually gonna help out because we're not gonna lose speed braking. So gas to drift. So alright. But yeah, I was like, dang, this better not be the case with drifting. And then when I tried the drifting, well, I was disappointed with Need for Speed Heat's drifting. It's just like, alright, this is a stock car, so like once you start putting upgrades, maybe it's gonna get better, but I did not actually prefer it at all. I mean, once you get going, it's like, it's fine, but extending the drift, and yeah, extending the drift is kind of not as easy as in Payback, so maybe it's more skillful, so call it a skill issue, just blame it on me. But no, seriously, in I don't know, in Payback drifting was just, here it's like, I don't know if I like this. Very honorable mention that I did not include is 2015. I kind of liked the drifting in 2015. I liked it better than this, actually way better than this. Like this, I don't know, it just feels strange. And it's not like I haven't tried different cars, different setups. Like, I've tried. Like, look, I can't even break traction now. I mean, at least you can link your drifts left to right, but yeah, you get my point. Like, it's just not as smooth and as easy. Okay, let's just use the word easy in Payback. I mean, it's all right, but Payback and 2015 are definitely my favorite games to go drift on. Although with the Unite mod, this game became probably my favorite game. I even have a video of a all-wheel drive swapped Golf 7. I have it on my channel, you can check that out. So yeah, of me drifting an all-wheel drive Golf 7. So yeah, so I guess this kind of wraps it up for Need for Speed Heat. So let's just move to Need for Speed Unbound. So Need for Speed Payback 2015 are definitely my favorite in terms of how the drifting feels, and Heat is like, meh, I'm not sure I like this. Alright, so let's just move to Need for Speed Unbound. Alright, so we're back in Need for Speed Unbound, and we're basically gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna get a car and install some drift upgrades, I guess, on it, and then just see how it does. Alright, performance. They don't even have drift suspension, so I don't even know what to use. So I'm just gonna use like neutral suspension, because I don't even know at this point. In my experience, I think off-road, they actually have drift tires, so off-road suspension actually helps. That's what I've figured out, because I'm doing testing and testing and testing, but it kind of makes your car more bouncy, but in a really strange way. Like it just works. So I'm just gonna keep steering sensitivity in the middle, downforce low, gas or tap. Awesome. Alright, so let's just see how we do. So this is how drifting a quote-unquote stock 350Z in Unbound goes. Like, look, I can't even break traction. Alright, look. Why does my car not slide? It just went into the guys. Like, I don't even have a big angle, and the car is just going nowhere. Like this circle right here, when I was using the Hayabusa or Hayabusa mod or whatever, I'm sorry I'm misspelling your name, bro, I love you. You made the best drift mod for this game, and you made this game enjoyable for me. Anyway, when I was using the mod, like, this was like, this circle, I was just able to go around this triangle like no problem with a stock car. Of course, with a stock car. Like, let's not even consider upgrades. But yeah, like, look, your car, why did my car just straighten up there? Like, yeah, so that's how bad it is. And I've seen a lot of people be like, skill issue. I really don't have, I can drift picture perfect in this game. Alright, I believe you, you can drift. But like, trying to adjust your angle and like sometimes breaking traction is hard. Alright, this is a more flat surface, so it's not up or down, or like, look, my car just completely grips up. Like, it doesn't even want to break traction. I really don't understand. I really don't understand. Like, I'm really, like, I feel bad for saying this, but I don't know who play tested this and was like, yeah, wow, this is awesome. Like, yeah, people are gonna love this. I'm sorry to say that, but that's just how I feel. So yeah, Criteron, before you release the new drag and drift update, please, for the love of God, update the drift physics, please. This is not enjoyable. I am not sure who play tested this game before release and went like, "Oh yeah, this is awesome. They're gonna love it." Like, look, adjusting your speed and angle just stops your drift completely. While in Payback, I can adjust my speed or angle in mid drift, and like my speed is not gonna be affected, and I'm not just gonna grip up. Like, my car is not just gonna grip up. Like, look, just a tiny adjustment there, and that's it. It's over. Like, again, you can call it a skill issue, but I think there's a bit more than that. I'm not saying I'm the best drifter in the world. Look, I was just adjusting my angle and my car just gripped up. So yeah, that's kind of one of the main things with the drifting here. Like, either your car is just gonna completely grip up. I mean, if you transition like this, it's fine. But then, if you try to adjust your speed or angle, that's it. You're losing it. So I'm not even sure. Like, hey, just hire some better damn play testers. Like, seriously. Like, seriously. I'm not saying me. There's like way better drift players than me, but this is not enjoyable. So please, 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 Criteron, please fix this. Please. Like, look, I can't even extend my angle or anything. No, 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 don't hit the cop. Oof. Alright. So, yeah. So when I played with the Hayabusa or Hayabusa mod, or... Look, it just gripped up. Like, I don't get it. Why? Why? I was just adjusting my angle. When I played with the Hayabusa mod, I'm just gonna say Hayabusa. I'm sorry, I'm probably mispronouncing your name. I loved it. I just loved it. I loved it. I loved every second of it. It felt awesome. Like, it's not the engine. If a modder can do it, then it's not the game engine that's bad. It's just the way it was meant to be. If a modder can do that, like, come on, Criteron. Just give us good drift physics, please. That's pretty much all I have to say, and that's pretty much my only issue with this game. Now that you added the playlists, the PvP, I'm loving it. But the drifting, come on, please upgrade or update the drift physics, please. This is not enjoyable. So yeah, that's pretty much it, and thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.